Hi, my name is Mark Griffiths and I work at Northumbria University here in Newcastle, and I'm here to give a video abstract for my paper Hope in Hebron, the political affects of activism in a strangled city, which was published online in November and will be available in print this coming June. The paper focuses on the city of Hebron in the West Bank, which, for those who don't know, is unique in Palestine for its kind of intimate occupation, where settlers live within an urban setting, and this makes the city sometimes, or too often, a quite volatile place. The paper follows an activist, Nidal is his name, on a political tour of Hebron. It's written, I think, or hope, quite creatively, in an effort to convey the affects of fear, threat and humiliation, which are part of the occupation, of course. Okay, I think the scarf can go. To just highlight one part of this, the tour takes in the souk, the market in the old town, which has become a quite suffocating space where Palestinian shops below are looked on by soldiers and guns in watchtowers and settler homes in the floors above the shops. A cage and a net separates the two communities and stops settlers from dropping their rubbish on the streets below. And the effect is constriction of movement. And on the cage rests whatever is thrown from above. It's quite unlike anything I've ever seen, and I include a photo in the article to illustrate where words fall short. And this kind of activism rests on showing visitors to the West Bank these violent realities. So the argument I build begins with an interview with Nidal, in which I ask him why he does this work. He told me it's about showing people how it feels. You can't get a good picture from the media. You have to see it. You have to feel it. He really emphasised this point that you have to feel it. I then asked him whether he holds hope. His response was simple and defiant. He says, you can occupy everything apart from here, tapping his head, before adding, the more they push, the more I hope. We have to hope. And this brings us to the theoretical work of the paper, or what I think is a theoretical work of the paper. Affects, as debilitating as they might be in sort of negative registers, are not determinist. They might be determining, they might orientate, but they are, by most understandings, unknowable or autonomous. This leaves space to think of fear and hope as less antithetical than co-constitutive, and hope needs fear, and vice versa. In this sense, fear and threat and humiliation become resources for hope, and it is a resource that is harnessed by activists such as Nidal, whose work in the West Bank is admirable and politically urgent. The paper argues exactly this, that activism can reappropriate the violent affects of the occupation and mobilise hope and renew political agency and resistance to occupation. I hope then that the paper tells us something of the persistence of hope, while not denying the severity of oppression in Palestine. And I really hope that Nidal's work and others like him, that of others like him, is fairly represented. And I hope that from it we can see ways to facilitate that hope and retain some sort of political agency under quite severe and violent occupation. That's the hope, at least that's the way I see it. So if anybody wants to discuss, engage or collaborate or know more, please do be in touch. Thank you.